What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk about vouchers within the Splinterlands ecosystem because we haven't talked about them in a bit. And I just wanted to share a little thought that I had, a little shower thought, which I consider might be interesting for folks to hear as we look out for the long term with Splinterlands, because I think most of the people who are still around are probably planning for the long term. So you can see here vouchers are at 3.26 cents. So we are down significantly from the 4 cents, 4 point something cents that we hit when Rebellion came out. And more importantly, we are minting 40,000 per day. And you can see we are well on our way back to 12 million and closing in actually pretty close. So 11.75 printing 40,000 per day. But what I actually want to talk about is not necessarily where we're at right now, but more so in theory on a full cycle of core sets. So it looks as though the team is going to be shifting towards these 18-month core sets, right? So you have Rebellion that comes out, let's say end of, we'll just say beginning of this year, right? 2024. It was actually end of 2023. If it stays for 18 months, as Matt was thinking, right, we could see the next one come in around the middle of 2025. And Chaos Legion was actually quite long. There was a 2-year period between releases. So I don't know if we're going to get that in the future, especially if Matt's trying to stick to this 18-month model where, the packs are only available in store for 12 months, right? They will burn out with this predetermined schedule, which means that, only about 6 months-ish of no packs would make sense. So let's look at vouchers for a second in that context, okay? We know that we mint 40,000 per day. Over the course of a year, that's 14.6 million. And if you were to multiply that by 1.5, right? So we'll just do 18 months. That gets you to 21.9 million vouchers per year. Okay. And that is just below 22 million. You take that number, you divide it by 5, assuming that each of these vouchers are going to be used up for packs, right? And we're going to keep this same kind of 5 packs per voucher with the 20 cent roughly or 200 DEC discount. That puts us at about 4.38 million packs. And that'll include bonus packs because you still need vouchers for those. So as we look ahead to how these cycles might play out, the question becomes, can we sell 4.38 million packs per cycle? But here's the good part. Each of these cycles will not just be a core set, but also a mini set. Now, you can see with Rebellion, Matt has a very low bar set of 1.5 million packs, which is, that's only like 1/3 of what we would need to burn all vouchers. My question is, can we get to a point where vouchers actually become scarce again, right? So as Matt had said, let's make vouchers scarce again. So as we go through this cycle, now we can look at the Rebellion cycle and think to ourselves, okay, Rebellion and then maybe a mini set later this year. But keep in mind, we have a significant overhang of vouchers already previously. And just like DEC, I think it's going to take some time to get through that and eat through that. And my hope is that whenever the next cycle does come around, we'll call it middle of 2025, we'll maybe be starting from scratch because once again, as I said, right, the 14.6 million vouchers per year or, roughly 22 million vouchers per cycle, that's assuming, right, the 4.3 that we get 4.3 million packs and vouchers aren't spent on anything else, right? But we already know that there's going to be some utility for unlocking Soulbound, whether it's, this upcoming set or future sets. We know that there's going to be utility in getting, discounts wherever DEC is spent, potentially even on energy in the future. We also know that there's probably going to be some kind of burn event, right? And potential other burn events in the future that could include vouchers. Maybe they don't. And then, of course, there's like promo cards and all these other different types of things that the team might do to put out there and just have vouchers have a little additional utility. Not to mention Land 2.0, even though we didn't really see anything in the white paper, or at least if we did, I completely missed it. So there'll be these other things. But again, I'm just looking at this at the most conservative level and thinking to myself, between a core set and a mini set, right? So a full cycle, is it possible for us to sell 4.3 million packs? And I actually think that's quite attainable, right? Maybe not with the player base right now. Maybe not with the fervor that we did. We don't have the same kind of fervor that we did for Chaos Legion where people were just, taking packs off the shelves. but we've seen healthy pack sales so far for Rebellion, right? And again, we still have like 9 months to go between now and December. Actually, maybe about 10 months to go between now and December. And hopefully, if we were to get another mini set, that would add in, my guess, roughly about 1 million packs. And I know, I'm just taking that number from Rift Watchers. You can see here that, there's 953,000 open, about another 100,000. So there's close to like 1.1 million packs. So I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility for us to be, we'll say, more than halfway there for this cycle, right? And what I mean by that is, if we were, again, the number's 4.38 million. If we were to, say, sell the bare minimum of Rebellion, which is 1.5 million, and then we get a mini set, and you get your hardcore players that want to play at the top level that max out that set, that's another 1 million. That puts us at 2.5 out of the we'll call it 4.4, just to make it easy, right? So we're more than halfway there if you just look at the bare minimums. Now, again, maybe I'm being a little too optimistic on the mini set, right? Rift Watchers sold out, but not sold out, but we sold that many for Rift Watchers. But then again, things were kind of stale. Whereas I don't think that'll be the case for the upcoming mini set if it's done in the same way as Rebellion. So, as we go through this, and one last thing that I'm going to just calculate out here. So 438,000. So 4.38 million. I'm going to divide this by 3,400 packs. That would mean we would need less than 1,300, 1,288, 1,288 max level decks. That's what that would complete. So if you have about 1,300 people playing in Champion, right? All trying to compete for the highest leaderboard spot. That's not a lot of players. That's not a lot of players who are trying to maximize their decks. And again, this is all just at the bare minimum. So, just trying to give a little bullish thoughts here as we move forward. Again, I don't think the player base is there right now, but if we were to go through another bull run, I think we can not only bring in this amount of players to complete that, but we'll probably bring in a lot more, which of course, through the cyclical nature of crypto and of course crypto gaming, we'd probably see a lot of folks leave. But whenever the wave washes in, it always leaves more people here than it does pull them away. And that could be an interesting thing, because if this game only needs 1,300 hardcore players to be able to, purchase all the packs needed in order, and let's take it back to vouchers for a second, right? Because that's what this video is about. If it's just 1,300 players that are going to clean up enough packs to wipe out all the vouchers that are emitted every year or every 18 months, that's pretty crazy, because there will be vouchers required for a bunch of other things, hopefully, right? Fingers crossed. And hopefully we'll start to see a lot of that stuff later on this year. So just want to share that number with you. That's the number that we're going for, right? So 4.38 million packs in total would pretty much wipe us clean for an 18-month cycle. And obviously we have a little bit of an overhang right now with the 11.75. And the thing is, we have a significant overhang because this is 11.75 million after we've already sold over 750,000 packs, right? So, maybe there'll be the mini set that can clean up a lot of the extra overhang later, or maybe we get a wave of players that come in, or the burn event, whatever it is. Hopefully it ends up being something valuable not just valuable, but consistent and significantly large that wipes us clean. But once we do that, if we can reach that 1,300, magic 1,300 hardcore players, it could be a wonderful time, not just for Splinterlands, but specifically for vouchers. So that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.